got people calling me absolutely everywhere. I had a guy on the phone earlier. His name doesn't matter, but he's Swiss banking. And I've got a meeting with him tomorrow. I said to him, if you're that committed, I'll fly out and see you tomorrow. I don't even skip bail. That is how serious I'm taking life, guys. So if you're not part of my tribe, I get that. But I'm here to help. And I can't help you unless you help me help you. I hope that's not a celestial message. Because, well, I need to step away. Do you know why? Because all this worrying about everyone else and them not understanding what I've tapped into, it's not my problem. But it is my problem is understanding if people like me don't help you. I'm talking on behalf of me now to you at the live screen. Not me as in me, like me, as in the higher me is talking to you, saying you can do this. Right? And that might sound like madness. I'm having a conversation with multiple people in my head. But if you ever watched that film, The 13 Split, it's very true. You have a higher self, a lower self, a middle self. You have so many reflections of yourself that it's like looking outside without looking inside. And I've looked inside a lot. And now all I tend to do is look out at others and use my internal pain to help you understand that I'm here to help you. If I've made a lot of money out, I get pensioned off, I'm here to help. Because I'm pretty much been paid to help. I do help everywhere I go. But if you choose to react to me by an external presentation from a timeline that triggers you from an experience you've gone through, by not knowing who I am, it's because you're probably really busy. And that's absolutely fine. But for the lady this morning that will talk about the dog's name, his name was Lenny. And there was 3 women in a field for the benefit of the team. And my dog just got stolen by a crackhead called Gur Il. He goes by the name of Jock, who took my children for a walk after leaving me, after I chucked him out of the house for embarrassing him, for lying to me about a good friend of mine who has got a scaffolding firm he's trying to help others with. But when you don't have reliability, you don't have consistency. When you don't have consistency, you don't have money. You don't have money, you don't have happiness. And so you spiral. I spiraled all the way into hell when I needed help the most. When I needed help the most, they took my wife's side. They took my father-in-law's side, my mother-in-law's side, and no one understood me. My father came down from London. He was that worried about me. And rightly so, I got sectioned. But I was released well within the limits of my detainment. Because I wasn't irregular. I was emotionally irregular because of the situation that no one knew nothing about. So people just presume to do Chinese whispers about who they think I am. More fool you. Because in the words of Jesus Christ, know thyself, and love thy neighbor. We are in Ocean City, John 14, verse 6. I am the way, the truth, the love, and the light. But like a lot of people say, no. Jesus said, know thyself, and love thy neighbor. But you can't love thy neighbor if you're not wearing a Stone Island jacket. You can't love thy neighbor if you don't have a nice car, because that car driver will think you're not as good. When you're reaching externally for a gratification that stems from an internal vibration you don't no longer understand, because it's so deeply rooted in your hard drive subconscious that all you know is triggers. So someone like me will come along and will say something quite specific to see where you are on your journey. And depending on the baseline of your response will dictate if you are ready. That could be finances, spirituality, education. It could be, mate, do you want to go for a pub? It could be me going, all right, king, I'm a king. Okay, let's unpack why you're not a king. What do you mean, mate? What's your problem? All right, king? I'm not a king, mate. Okay, let's stop this to benefit the tape and go, am I a king? Yeah. I was created in God's own image. Dad was so bored of talking to himself in his head inside the cosmic womb, which is the universe, who was black, by the way. Mother Earth is black as the ace of spades, but I think she has like a skin complexion like freckles or like Michael Jackson, because as the belly got bigger and the expansion of the universe got bigger, there was holes and cracks coming through. Oh, hey, Cody. How you doing, Cody? Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I am old. I'm 39. I'm ancient. Don't belong in this life, that's for sure. Anyway. So Dad got bored of himself inside the cosmic womb, which was the universe. Anne-Marie, how you doing, babe? You're all right. Love you, darling. Stop. He's licking his... How you doing, Mr. Cook? I knew a guy called Mr. Cook. A very, very powerful man. Scary man. But a legend of a man. Do you know the Falklands? How you doing, miss? You're right. So sorry, darling. I was talking about the crypto strategy. Michael said if Bitcoin falls 9% for the next 4 hours, we'll refinance. I got to go in a minute. I got to read that article. But I'm saying, guys, right? Mother Earth to me and what I do in spiritual teaching is a feminine. The biggest lie ever projected was the fact that Eve ate the apple. What the biggest lie ever told is the fact that the universe is feminine. That Mother Earth is a whale. And she comes up to service every once in a while like a volcano. And she erupts like Moana, descends with a demigod. And goes, hey, I'm here. And you start respecting me. But you probably know the story about the man. And how Eve ate the apple. And how she's a liar. No one knows the story about Lilith. How she was so unsubmissive, they threw her out the Garden of Eden. And she was like, yeah, that's all right, witches. I'll be waiting for you because man know me the best because I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm a woman. Darren, the fool. How you doing, guys? Welcome in, everybody. But what I'm talking about, guys, this is what I do as a teacher. So I go really, 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 really busy. And sometimes you just have to know, you know. And so I go, for those who don't know, I'm trying to get pictures up. I had it earlier and I can't do it now. Hang on, let's see if I can get it. There we go. 2 seconds. The latest and greatest is this. Right. Now that looks like a really big drop. But if you look at the markers to the side, it was at 15, now it's at 48. But the chart denotes a massive change to the eye. And if you are not quick in what you're doing or slow, you act on impulse. And you act on the impulse on the basis that what you see is right. But what if beyond what you see with your 5 basic senses, there's something far more important, and that is your gut. So my gut feeling says, is this temporary? By following the historical market trends over the last 5 years since Bitcoin has come into fruition, is a smoke low. And what's going to happen is going to take off like a rocket. There's an opportunity to earn a lot of money, to triple that, to be quite honest. And that would have been a great investment by doing it on my own. But imagine, guys, it's not that simple. Because if it was that simple, everyone would be doing it. I go, let's talk about hex codes. Let's talk about phishing. Let's talk about ransoms. Let's talk about pen testing, penetrating the digital, physical and financial space to understand where you are as a person, to say, hi, I work on behalf of Smart Charts, Through Dark, the Royal Mint, Pegasus Ops, and anyone else I've ever crossed paths with that did not know who I am, but I know who you are because I am a child of God. If I say I'm chosen, outspoken and awake, I'm just Daniel. Are you old? I am old. I am just Daniel that's been paid out by the military for what I have done, and I can't talk about everything because if I did, well, Friday's going to lock me up. Vivian Richmond sent me a request. That's another story, another day, guys. Vivian is a lady that I'm helping out now at the moment. She is what I call ISO Polis Enchantress. Right. High impact news coming that Bitcoin baby GFX is about to rocket. But don't take my word for it. Tune in. I mean, I'm so busy. I'm saying hi to Mrs. Cook, 9752, Cody Moore, -CAM, Gary, mate, from Ireland, lad. I saw you this morning, kid, there. I mean, Gary, Barry, Harry, the bird. Bird, mate. Bird. New York. Let's retrack my steps this morning to understand what I do as a shamanic soul retriever. I woke up really early, 6. Breakfast breakout, checked the charts, got up, come in here, went live, put the kettle on, started singing and rapping, said a few bits, went back to bed. Come back here, boy got up, other girls are still in bed. They had education all day yesterday. All day. Non-stop it was. And you may not understand the level of education I do because it's tailored to my children. Because at the root of it, family is everything. So if you don't understand what I do, then maybe you're not ready to come into my family. Okay? Because my family are everything. I even tore my father apart this morning on WhatsApp for telling me not to swear in a family chat. It says we've got people in the chat now. We are going to do a test. I'm going to ask you, if you've got a pen ready, to go and send me a message. Let's check here quickly. Or if you feel comfortable, don't. I'll put my number out. I've got my phone, my laptop here, my other phone here, my magic mouse here. Here's my mouse, Apple developer. I've got the license. If you don't know, you don't know. So there's 3 of you in the chat. 1 thumbs up for the benefit of the tape. Have you got a pen and paper ready, or is someone recording the screen? Because I'm only going to give it out once. So I'll give you a little bit of time. I'll give you a little bit of time to look at that chart. I've got another post. I go, no one's got no money, but I'm going, who trusts me? If you're a child, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm asking to see who we've got in the chat. Team Dax 6314. I'm going to go away. I'm going to find my other phone, my Masterbot phone with all my code on. I'm trying to find my speaker that I stole from Glastonbury. Well, I didn't steal it. I was hanging around with a bunch of Scousers that had more money than sense. So when they got up on the last day, and not a lot of us slept, and I was like, pretty okay, because I went to Glastonbury with £15 in my pocket. I borrowed a tenner off my mate Ocean, and I got into Glastonbury. You don't need to know the ins and the outs, but I went before a board of people that trust me in what I do shamanically. Now that board of people have got land in Glastonbury, you know. The person I bumped into is what I call a teacher, but I didn't know it at the time. And every time I go back to Glastonbury, it's like I'm going home. I've talked a lot. Hopefully you're listening. I'm going to give you the first part of my number. I'm going to give you in 3 numbers to give you as much time as possible to trust me in what I say. If I'm giving my number out across all social media platforms as well as YouTube, is because I want to know who is in the game. In who, if you are here, the three people above, team, that would you call me? The first three numbers are 0, nonsense. 7, no, it's an 8. 073. They are three numbers I want you to remember. If not, bung them in the chat below if you're going to forget them. Because the sad problem is in this current day and age, with you just flicking by all the time, you reduce your attention span from 3, 6, 9, or 120 seconds. So I say again for the benefit of the tape, the number is 073. I'll be back. 3, 2, 1. I am live across all social media channels on YouTube. So we're banned. Yeah, no, I'm live. I was up from 6. Yeah, that was nice. I don't know what my phone is. I'm live. We're banned across all channels, and I'm dabbling with a lot of money right now. Your mum is on the way. Do me a favour, get chat. Hey, you're looking beautiful. Fucking hell, darling. You look fucking beautiful. How old are you? How old are you? I was robbing. Oh. Right, the benefit of taste goes no further. I was robbing, jacking, and kicking the fuck out of council wage. Do me a favour, don't follow my path, because you end up in the Marines and it's a fucking torture camp. Love you, darling. Have a great day. What are you doing? I'll send you some money via Lacey. This bank's sorted. Just give me a number 1 to 13 and we'll send it across to you later. These washed up. Yeah. I'm going to do them anyway. Did you see my children? I didn't, darling. We can show people in a bit. Just do me a minute. Well, I don't know what the fucking phone is. Whatever phone I need from you. New one, old one, the or... pink one. No, I don't. I don't know. I'll have a look. Guys, are you still there? There's 7 of you. Thank you so much. I'm confused now. 073. I love that team. Aye, come on. Aye, Team Dax, come on. So, yeah. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. Talking truth. I can tell you I got an office. I could lie like a lot of people do, but I'm pretty authentic when it comes to telling the truth. That's what makes me very good at what I do, because I speak a language and a code beyond the realms of this reality. So if you don't know me, you don't know my soul. Trust me, my people in spirit know you. We believe in God, we believe in Binance, we believe in whatever you believe in. Right now, I'm believing in the fact that I am losing the plot. So the second part of my number, 685. So 685, 073 073685 365 07365. It's because I do it slow. I always do it this way. 07368 07368. So you're looking for 685 is the next number. 685 is the number, is that right? 07368. 5. That's 6 numbers. 3, 6, and 9. I'm only trying to teach you the power of being so mindfully present in everything you do. Not only do you think about me, but 369 is the power of Nikola Tesla. So this is, come on. So if you're talking about the power of the 369, I'm Cosmic Commando 369. I talk a hell of a lot. But if you would Google now who uses the 369 manifestation, Ben. I'm going to ask you, how old are you? How old are you, Ben? Because I can talk to you about Ben I lost. Are you a pup? Are you a puppy, Ben? Wait, we'll give Ben some time to respond. Ben, are you there? Ben, are you there? Ben, are you there? Oh, here's a favourite number. Here we go. 07368503431. Bang. What's your answer? There's my number. I don't know if I can see that. Can you see that? Start a Q&A. Ben, how old are you, bro? You got my attention, mate, so I'm listening. So, I need some music, Ben. If you were music, Ben, who would you be? Because I go, you're special to me, Ben, and I don't expect you to understand what I say. But if you listen, I'll tell you. 90%. Go away, doggy. Go lie down. Love you. Go lie down. Go lie down there. Yeah, I know you're good, Ben. Of course you are, mate. They all say that. They all say that, Ben. Yeah. I've lost. I've lost. What have I lost? If I was Peter Pan, I'd say I've lost my marbles. But actually, I've lost my bot. My bot that, well, it's got a lot of memories on it, a lot of coding. Well, actually, I don't need it. If you know what that is, if you're in my world and you know what that is, that's pretty cool. But if you're not in my world, you know what it is, right? I like to do things a certain way. Some people call it OCD, some people call it this, some people call it that. But I go, the system we work in is taught